Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I wanted to be able to share with you some poetry, so I hope you enjoy this reading. I'm going to read to you a couple of poems from one section of the cc&d September to December 2021 issue collection book that is titled The World Outside. The World Outside, which this shot with a lot of snow is appropriate for wintertime, wouldn't you think? Lots of snow treads. Anywho, the world outside. These are a few poems I'm going to read from one of the first sections of this issue collection book. This first poem is titled Edith's Lament, and it was written on the 7th of September, which is on the 1887 birthday of the British poet Edith Sitwell. So, this is for Edith Sitwell, and this is titled Edith's Lament. People may look at me, think that this is all a ruse. But my history is not a ruse. And the strangers to me, who were my parents, our stormy relationship ended with my father locking me away. So I had to get away. And you can think this is all a ruse. You can think I am meant for no one, and maybe I'm not. But what you don't understand is that this life I chose was the only life I could choose. I had to immerse myself in art. I had to be a part of it all, any way I could. I lived in the street songs, the song of the cold. I have lived in the shadow of cane, and still falls the rain. I have learned that after all that I've gone through, my only choice is to be alive. It's not eccentricity, it's just that at this point, I'm an unpopular electric eel set in a pond of goldfish. But I will still push for innovative trends. You'll see it in my writing. You may think I'm a poser. You may look at me and think that at the core I'm not real. But trust me, I'm as real as it gets. More real than you could ever know. So don't judge me by what you think you know of me. Look at my writing. Let it stand for itself. There are quotes from Edith Sitwell in that poem too. So if you want to go check it out, you can check out the book at Scars Publications, Scars.tv. cc&d, the book is The World Outside. You can see it on the main page. And you can also link through it at Amazon if you're interested. This next poem is titled Only Man on Earth, and it was written on the 21st of September on the International Day of Peace. I took the expressway, and this guy comes down the on-ramp and comes right across into my lane in his pickup truck, and I'm looking out my passenger window right at him, and he's staring straight ahead. I hit my horn, I slam my brakes, I swerve to the left, and this guy in his pickup truck drives right across 3 lanes like he owns the highway, like he's the only man on earth. I got off the expressway and was on the side street. Another guy comes the other way, turns left right in front of me. I slam on my brakes, and so does he. But he stops in my lane, does that dopey, oops, I'm sorry, I'm an idiot smile, and eventually gets out of my way so I can actually go on. I finally stop my car, walk to a door, step inside, and the room was quiet, but for one woman singing an Italian opera. Suddenly, I could breathe again, and suddenly I felt at peace. After this woman finished singing, I thanked her asked her what she was singing, she told me she had no idea. Well, okay. Either way, I thanked her again, turned away, and started to hum, because it is possible to feel pace on this one day. And I started to smile. All right, I think I might read 2 more poems for you guys from this book, cc&d, The World Outside. This first one was written on the 15th of September, and it was on a holiday for someday. Holiday is someday. Seriously, that's what this is for. So it is titled, Quignogs, Make Someday Today. Someday, I'll walk in a rainforest. Someday, I'll swim with sharks. Someday, I'll jump out of an airplane. Wait a minute. Someday, I'll fly an airplane. I'll be at the control, guiding my flight through the sky. Someday, I'll be on the radio. Wait a minute. Someday, I'll be on TV. Someday, I'll trek the globe. Someday, I'll retrace Darwin's steps. Someday I'll drink German beer in München, Quaftide, Oktoberfest. Someday I'll run with the bulls, scared out of my life, but I'll do it. Someday I'll skip Christmas Island to go to Easter Island to cold chill with those giant Rep Nui statues. Someday I'll finally get to Tibet. I won't know the language, but it won't matter. It's just to spend some time there, to sit, meditate. Maybe I could finally, for once, feel at peace. We all keep talking about bucket lists, and we all keep saying, someday, wistfully never acting on our dreams. Of course, it's nice to dream, but your pipe dreams are not quignogs, and every once in a while, you need to make someday today. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, you get to learn new words, right? These poems. This is the last poem I'm going to share with you from this section. This is titled Known for My Poetry, and it was written on the 26th of September, on the birthday of the poet, T.S. Eliot. It's really tiny type, which is why I put these glasses on for reading it. T.S. Eliot's birthday, this was written for. And it's titled Known for My Poetry. I was raised in the Midwest states. Did phenomenally well in school, was accepted into a top college. I was known for my poetry, but I dabbled in essays, plays, and my sardonic editorials too. I was published here in the Midwest, United States, even becoming a publisher. I was wondering what was enough for change in this uphill battle, so my voice could be heard. So I moved as far away as my legs could carry me to try to start anew. It worked. The locals adored me, but the critic in me only saw failures in the wasteland around me. When I look around, I know I want to contribute to modern day poetry, but is it enough? I plod through life's mazes. I contemplate the grand scheme, and am forced to wonder, will any of my poetry ever make a difference in this world? Will anyone remember? It's a valid question. If only T.S. Eliot would know. Anywho, this was a reading from the cc&d September to December 2021 issue collection book, The World Outside, very appropriately styled to represent snow coming into a building. There's nothing you can do. This is something that I read the way I would normally read on the first Wednesday of every month at Tom Woodruff's open mic, Community Poetry, which is at Half Price Books which is in North Lamar in Austin, Texas. I feel bad that it's not going on, and this is not that open mic, but in honor of that open mic, I am reading during this time period. In the meantime, I hope everyone stays safe. I hope everyone remains poetically inclined. I hope everyone's vaccinated so we can get to some sense of normalcy in the near future. And I look forward to hearing from each and every one of you when I come back with another reading very, very soon. Thank you all so very much. Thank you, thank you.